Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Building your own virtual server from scratch, a comprehensive guide. This tutorial will guide you through the process of creating a virtual server from scratch using KVM, kernel-based virtual machine, on a Linux host, and then setting up remote access using SSH and a simple web server. It assumes you have a basic understanding of Linux command line operations and networking. Why build your own virtual server? Cost savings. Avoid the ongoing costs of cloud providers by leveraging existing hardware. Customization. Tailor the server environment to your exact needs, from operating system to resource allocation. Control. Gain complete control over your server's configuration and security. Learning. Deepen your understanding of virtualization and system administration. Prerequisites. A Linux host. A machine with a Linux distribution installed, Ubuntu, Debian, CentOS, etc. Ensure it has sufficient resources, CPU, RAM, storage, to host the virtual server. This guide uses Ubuntu 22.04 as the base host. Root or sudo access. You will need administrative privileges to install and configure the necessary software. Networking knowledge. Understanding of IP addresses, subnet masks, and basic routing concepts is helpful. Step 1. Installing KVM and related tools. KVM requires hardware virtualization extensions, Intel VTX or AMD, to be enabled in your BIOS. Check if your CPU supports virtualization. If the output is greater than 0, virtualization is supported. If it's 0, you'll need to enable it in your BIOS settings. Now, install KVM and its related tools. KVM provides the actual virtualization layer. Libvirt daemon system. A daemon that manages virtual machines. Libvirt clients. Command line tools for interacting with libvirt, example virsh. Bridge utils. Tools for creating and managing network bridges. Virt manager. A graphical user interface, optional, for managing virtual machines. Verify that the libvirt daemon is running. If it's not running, start it. Step 2. Configuring networking. KVM uses a network bridge to connect virtual machines to the network. We'll create a bridge called BR0 and configure it to use the same IP address as the host machine. Important. Modifying network configuration can disconnect you from your server. Ensure you have a backup connection or console access in case of errors. Adjust the IP addresses and network settings below to match your specific network configuration. 1. Backup your network configuration file. 2. Edit the network configuration file. Use your favorite text editor, example Nano, Vim, to edit /etc/netplan/01 network manager all.yaml. Replace the existing content with the following, modifying it with your network settings. Replace your _Ethernet interface with the name of your Ethernet interface, example ENS33, ETH0. You can find this using IP address show. Replace your _host_IP with the IP address of your host machine. Replace your _netmask with the netmask of your network, example 24/4/24. Replace your _gateway_IP with the IP address of your gateway router. Replace your _DNS_server_1 and your _DNS_server_2 with the IP addresses of your DNS servers. Common choices are Google's 8.8.8.8, 8.8.4.4, or Cloudflare's 1.1.1.1, 1.0.0.1. Example asterisk. 3. Apply the network configuration asterisk. Important asterisk. If you lose connectivity after this step, double check your configuration file for errors. You might need to revert to your backup and start over. 4. Verify the bridge configuration asterisk. You should see the IP address you assigned to the bridge. You should also see your Ethernet interface associated with the bridge. Step 3. Creating the virtual machine. We'll use the virt install command line tool to create the virtual machine. 1. Download an ISO image asterisk. Choose a Linux distribution, example Ubuntu Server, Debian, CentOS, and download the corresponding ISO image. For this example, we'll assume you downloaded Ubuntu 22.04.3 live server amd64.iso to your home directory. 2. Create the virtual machine asterisk. Asterisk dash name equals myVM, sets the name of the virtual machine. Asterisk dash memory equals 2048, allocates 2048 megabytes, 2 GB, of RAM to the VM. Asterisk dash vcpus equals 2, assigns 2 virtual CPUs to the VM. Asterisk dash disk path equals /var/lib/libvirt/images/myvm.img size equals 20, creates a 20 GB disk image file. You can adjust the path and size as needed. Asterisk dash cd-rom equals /home/your_username/ubuntu 22.04.3 live server amd64.iso, specifies the ISO image to use for installation. Replace your _username with your actual username. Asterisk dash network bridge equals BR0, connects the VM to the BR0 network bridge. Asterisk dash graphics VNC listen equals 0.0.0.0, enables VNC access to the VM's console. Listen equals 0.0.0.0 makes it accessible from anywhere. Security note asterisk VNC is not encrypted. For production environments, consider using SSH tunneling for VNC or a more secure remote access method. Asterisk dash no auto console, prevents virt install from automatically connecting to the VM's console. Explanation of dash disk options asterisk. Asterisk path, specifies the path to the disk image file. The recommended location is /var/lib/libvirt/images/. Asterisk size, specifies the size of the disk image in gigabytes, GB. Important asterisk adjust the dash memory, dash vcpus, and dash disk parameters based on your hardware resources and the requirements of your virtual machine. Ensure you have enough free disk space for the disk image. 3. Determine the VNC port asterisk after running virt install, look for a line in the output that says the port number after the colon, in this example, 5900, is the VNC port for your VM. If the port is something else, example 5901, use that port number in the next step. Step 4, installing the operating system. 1. Connect to the VM's console using VNC asterisk. Use a VNC client, example Ramina, Tiger VNC, Real VNC, to connect to your server's IP address on the VNC port you found in the previous step, example 192.168.1.100:5900. 2. Install the operating system asterisk. The Ubuntu server installer, or the installer for your chosen distribution, will start in the VNC console. Follow the on-screen instructions to install the operating system. Asterisk networking asterisk. During the installation, configure the VM's network settings. Assign it a static IP address within the same subnet as your host machine. For example, if your host machine's IP address is 192.168.1.100, You could assign the VM an IP address of 192.168.1.101. The gateway and DNS server should be the same as your host machine. Alternatively, configure the VM to use DHCP. *user account * create a user account for logging in. This is crucial for SSH access later. 3. Reboot the VM * after the installation is complete, reboot the virtual machine. Step 5, Configuring SSH access. 1. Install OpenSSH server * log into the VM's console, via VNC, and install the OpenSSH server. 2. Enable SSH server * ensure the SSH server is running. If it's not running, start and enable it. 3. Firewall, if applicable. If you have a firewall enabled on the VM, example UFO, allow SSH traffic. 4. Connect via SSH * from your host machine, or any other machine on the network, connect to the VM using SSH. Replace username with the username you created during the OS installation and VM_IP_address with the VM's IP address. You will be prompted for the user's password. Example *. Step 6, Basic Web Server Setup, example, nginx. This step is optional, but it demonstrates how to set up a basic web server on your VM. 1. Install nginx * connect to the VM via SSH and install nginx. 2. Start and enable nginx *. 3. Firewall, if applicable allow HTTP, port 80, and HTTPS, port 443, traffic through the firewall, if enabled. 4. Access the web server * open a web browser on your host machine and navigate to the VM's IP address, example http://192.168.1.101. You should see the default nginx welcome page. Step 7, Code example, simple Python web server, alternative to nginx. If you prefer a simpler web server for testing, you can use Python's built-in http.server module. 1. Create a simple HTML file * create a file named index.html in a directory you want to serve, example /home/username/web. 2. Run the Python web server * open a terminal in the directory containing index.html and run the following command. This will start a web server on port 8000. 3. Access the web server * open a web browser and navigate to http://vm_ip_address 8000, example http://192.168.1.101:8000. You should see the content of your index.html file. Important *, this Python web server is not suitable for production use. It's primarily for testing and development purposes. For production environments, use a more robust web server like nginx or Apache. Step 8, Security Considerations. *SSH keys * use SSH key-based authentication instead of passwords for enhanced security. Generate an SSH key pair on your host machine and copy the public key to the /.ssh/authorized_keys file on the VM. Then, disable password authentication in the SSH server configuration file, /etc/ssh/sshd_config. *firewall * configure a firewall, example UFO, to restrict access to only necessary ports. Only allow SSH, port 22, and HTTP/HTTPS, ports 80/443, if you are running a web server. Regular updates keep your operating system and software packages up to date to patch security vulnerabilities. VNC security as mentioned earlier, VNC is not encrypted. If you need to use VNC, consider SSH tunneling to encrypt the VNC connection. Alternatively, use a more secure remote access solution like XRDP or No Machine. *SE Linux /AppRmeter * enable and configure SE Linux or AppRmeter for mandatory access control, Mac, to further restrict the capabilities of processes running on the VM. Step 9, Managing the virtual machine. *start/stop/restart *. List virtual machines *. Delete a virtual machine *. Troubleshooting. *Network connectivity issues *. Double check your network configuration files, especially /etc/netplan/01 network manager all.yaml, for errors. Verify that the BR0 bridge is properly configured using IP address show BR0. Ensure that the VM's IP address is within the same subnet as the host machine and that the gateway and DNS server settings are correct. Check the firewall rules on both the host machine and the VM. VNC connection problems verify that the VNC server is running on the VM and that the port number is correct. Make sure that the firewall on the host machine allows traffic to the VNC port. Try a different VNC client. SSH connection problems verify that the SSH server is running on the VM. Ensure that the firewall on the VM allows SSH traffic, port 22. Check the SSH server configuration file, /etc/ssh/sshd_config, for any restrictive settings. Verify that you are using the correct username and password, or SSH key. Conclusion. This tutorial provides a comprehensive guide to building your own virtual server from scratch using KVM. While this covers the fundamental steps, further customization and optimization may be necessary to meet your specific requirements. Remember to prioritize security and regularly maintain your virtual server to ensure its stability and reliability. Good luck.